Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane.
This Empire State Building can only mean one thing. We're reaching out to the Nintendo store in New York City.
You see here we have arrived at Nintendo New York, Nintendo World, here in New York City. And you have this crazy looking, what looks like a manhole cover. And that definitely looks pretty awesome. That's like a Mario emblem. And we have shirts right here, Nintendo New York shirts. And we have sweatshirts, hoodies. And walking around this place, it's intriguing. They have all kinds of Nintendo shirts. Look at that. Nintendo New York. We have a Super Mario little statue right here, and down here it has an explanation. It's Perfect Mario, a reference model. Look at that, we have Super Mario with his fist up in the air. Yeah, take that.
That's pretty cool.
He's doing the Oyukin. And over here we have a couple of Nintendo Switches on display for play. And you see my wife is playing Nintendo Switch right there. Trying to play it. She has a Nintendo Switch. She has plenty of games for it. One of these days I'm going to show off her Nintendo Switch collection. Here we have the 2DS, 3DS section. This is the 2DS XL. They come in some pretty interesting looking colors. Look at that. And that is pretty awesome. Check that out. It's a really, really cool display. And over here we have some Nintendo shirts. Look at that. This is incredible. And then we have all these little figurines, amiibos, like Pokemon characters. And as you can see, we're going to be filming with two cameras here. So my camera is a Panasonic Lumix, an older one, running at 30 frames per second. So you can see on my camera it's a little blurry. Then my wife, she has a newer Panasonic Lumix that does 60 frames. So eventually you'll see footage that's recorded by her as well. We have more amiibos right here. And walking around here we have a bunch of Labo cardboard. No, I actually did buy the VR Labo, and it's actually pretty good considering that's cardboard. We have a bunch of stuffed animals right here.
With the Toad thing on top.
Got Toad, we got Donkey Kong, Princess Peach, we got Luigi, and then we got looks like Mario up there on top, and we got Yoshi. And we got Bowser right there, Wario. Got quite a few different Super Mario characters right there. And you will hear me speaking on camera every once in a while. And we got a bunch of different Mario books over here. As mentioned, you will hear me speaking every once in a while because I'm very, very excited to walk through the store. And everywhere you go, there is pictures of Nintendo characters. And you can see over here, there is various different Nintendo toys and board games, all kinds of stuff. Look at that. It's incredible. We have a Super Mario chessboard. More Labo stuff. We got Nintendo Switch accessories right here. And here are all the Nintendo Switch games. There's a pretty good selection right here. Check this out. All different types of Switch games. And I can't wait till the small little portable Switch comes out. I'll definitely grab one of those. It'll be definitely pretty fun to play with. Got over here what is remaining of the 3DS and 2DS games right here. Definitely a great classic handheld. Long live the 3DS, 2DS. We have various different looks like Switch controllers. And they come in all different kind of designs. You got Donkey Kong one right there, Yoshi.
That's cool.
Bowser, the Super Mario one right there. All different types of controllers here. It's crazy. And we have a Super Nintendo
Oh,
3DS.
look at that Super Nintendo 3DS.
You might hear me talking there for a second. I got a little excited after I saw the NES DS. And right here we have a big, huge, life-size Donkey Kong. And right here we have my wife filming, me filming Donkey Kong. And there's like dual screen going on here. So you can see my camera and her camera at the same time. And it's incredible seeing Donkey Kong. Look at that. Huge Donkey Kong. And you got a barrel right here. The barrel actually has plugs in it. So you can actually like charge your phone and all kinds of stuff. And there's Donkey Kong up close. Look at his teeth. Pretty amazing. And we have all these little amiibos on display. Check this out. Got Luigi, Princess Peach, Bowser. We got all Toad right there. Yoshi. All different Nintendo characters. Got the Splatoon characters right there. Got the Animal Crossing characters. All kinds of stuff. This is amazing. It's a very, very fun atmosphere. A fun place to walk around. And definitely plenty of cool stuff to buy. Even the walls. Like, no matter where you look inside this building, there's all kinds of Nintendo stuff.
I'm gonna walk up.
Look at this. You walk up the stairs right here. And this really caught me off guard.
Oh my god, look at this.
You can hear my reaction to that. I had no idea that all those Nintendo characters were down there. You had the Toad and Luigi, and you had the pole that Mario slides down. And it's pretty awesome. Let's look at that.
That is so cool.
It's definitely an awesome like surprise to walk up this flight of stairs, and all of a sudden you look over and you see a whole bunch of Nintendo stuff like on display. That's crazy. And you can see right here, this is more of my wife filming, me filming. And we have Super Mario way, way up on top on that pole, which you'll see in a second. And, my wife has a pretty good shot right there. Her camera picks up a pretty decent picture. It's an idea what the store looks like, and that is Super Mario right there from behind. See his rear, his fist out. It's pretty awesome. And let's check out what's down there. We got Luigi.
Luigi way down there.
You can hear me talking. You got Luigi way down there. And here we are walking up the stairs. This is 2 stories. And we have Super Mario right there, all excited to be in the Nintendo World in New York City. You got the elevator right there. Someone coming up the elevator. It's exciting. Look at this. And then we have Lynx. A really cool sculpture, statue of Lynx. Look at this. From Legend of Zelda. And you can see me standing next to that. It's pretty huge. It's like definitely quite tall. And you have the grass, and you have the shield right there. You got the TriStar. Look at this.
That's awesome.
Quite awesome. If you're a Zelda fan, you'll definitely want to come in and check that out. There's plenty of Zelda memorabilia. And you'll see me looking at all this stuff. And in a second, I'm going to actually be speaking through my camera, like live.
It's like a museum piece. Got the one of the first Nintendo consoles right here. The Color TV Game 15. I've never actually played one of those before. We got the Hanafuda cards from Japan. Check that out. Got the Famicom right there from Japan. The Japanese NES. We got the Super Famicom, which I do own one of those. Awesome system. We got the Switch, the Wii U. We got the Virtual Boy, which I actually just got one of those yesterday. The N64. We got the GameCube right there, the Super Nintendo, Robin the Robot, and the NES.
So as you saw there, I actually went through all the older gaming consoles and some of the new ones that they have on display. It was pretty damn awesome. And especially seeing some of the older stuff that I've never actually seen in person before. This is actually footage my wife took. Nice, smooth 60 frames per second.
And of course we got the first Game Boy Warrior.
It's pretty cool. And we have some more live feed right here.
We got the Game & Watch right there, which is really awesome to see one of those. Another Game & Watch. Panorama Game & Watch. A Super Color Game & Watch. That's interesting. I've never even heard of that. And the Micro Versus Game & Watch. And these things actually have two different controllers. That's really interesting. We have a Game Boy Advanced SP that looks like a Famicom. Game Boy Advanced, a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Light, Game Boy Pocket, and of course we got the first Game Boy Warrior all the way over here. We got all the Nintendo DS consoles right here. That's a nice DSi. I like the color on that.
You can see right here, this is more footage filmed by my wife. Nice, smooth 60 frames per second amiibos and various different figurines that are Nintendo figures. And you can hear in the background in some of the footage that they play all Nintendo music and occasionally Sega music too. You'll definitely hear that. And it's quite awesome. Hopefully I don't get a copyright from the music. But check out all these amiibos right here. You'll eventually see some footage that I also took from up front, looking at the amiibos. There's a huge amount of amiibos on display. It's crazy. And over here we have Captain Falcon's helmet, which is pretty awesome that they actually have that on display. Just look at that. And you can definitely see outside, like in Manhattan right there. And we have more Nintendo memorabilia from Star Fox. It looks like Star Fox. And we have a little advertisement for Super Mario Maker 2. And it looks like a custom Nintendo kiosk. Little advertisement screen right there. And we have Princess Peach, her crown, and her gloves. Look at that. Those are the exact ones that she wears in the games. Check that out. That is quite awesome. And you see right here we have a Pikachu. It's definitely really, really awesome to see. And what the hell is that noise? And we have okay, so before I was really interrupted, I don't know what that was. Maybe the house is burning down. We have a bunch of Pokemon stuffed animals here. We got a Pokemon ball right there on top. And we have more Pokemon stuffed animals. There's a bizarre looking one right there. Look at this. If you want to buy a Pokemon ball, there you go. We got a couple right there. Got a Pikachu sign right there. We got all kinds of stuff. And look at all this. I think my wife just burnt my chicken. It's probably what just happened. We got a Splatoon gun right here, which is quite awesome. And look at this Splatoon gun. It's pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed playing Splatoon on the Wii U. And we got some really, really cool Animal Crossing stuffed animals. And now just look at all these Splatoon stuffed animals, and you got different shirts and all this stuff. Look at this. Got a little booklet here, sticker booklet. And you got Kirby. Got all different types of huge signs up there on top. Now this was really interesting. It kind of blew my mind.
This still works.
This was a Game Boy that survived the Gulf War, came back from a war, and it still works. Now, I have seen pictures of this, and I've read about it, but it was amazing to be able to see this, and it was a privilege to be able to see this in person. This Game Boy served in the Gulf War, and it still works, and it survived what it looks like an explosion or something. This goes to show you that stuff, anything that was made from back then in that era, is a lot more durable and it lasts a lot longer than anything that you buy today. Let's check that out. That is incredible. Look at that. And here we have some Amiibo footage that I took. It's basically the same ones that my wife filmed earlier, but this footage may be a little bit blurry because, again, it's 30 frames per second. Her footage is probably better, but you get to see the front from different angles, so hopefully it comes out okay. But I have an older Panasonic Lumix. I do have a newer one, but it's a little bit larger, and I did not feel like carrying it with me. And you got a huge Pikachu right there. And again, this is my footage of the Captain Falcon helmet right there. It's pretty cool. Look at that. I just want to put it on. And this is the blaster and the visor. And over here we got the kiosk, little sign, whatever you want to call that. And once again we have the Princess Peach crown gloves. We got the sparkly looking gloves right there. Look at that. Nice and fancy. And got the Zelda, Legend of Zelda sword. Used to kill many enemies by links. And we have a elevator right there for those that maybe perhaps handicapped that need the elevator. And we have a huge screen right there, which we must play the Switch on a huge screen that might be 125 inch or something like that. It's definitely a projector screen. And you can see my wife filmed this 60 frames per second. And it looks really, really good. It's pretty cool footage right here. And this is Mario Maker. Never played it before. I definitely played a lot of classic Mario games, and it's quite similar. And playing these levels kind of throw me off, because you just never know what the hell you're going to run into. Like you saw me, I just died a second ago. And here I am trying to clear a Mario Maker level in Nintendo World in New York City. So let's do a little gameplay right here. Let's see. Try to get these enemies out of my way, and you have to like hit those POW blocks like several times to get them out. See if we can do. Oh, hop over, yeah. I mean, these guys are very. Look at this. You got the sun little thing right there that wants to kill me. Yeah, and you got the little silhouette of all the characters popping up on the bottom. And now I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go next. So what I have to do is dodge that thing that's flying towards me. And that thing is quite famous. And you can see that is the Switch controllers right there. You can see I'm very, very intense into this game right now. It kind of reminds me of that old footage of like news clips of the NES Crave and the Super Nintendo Crave, where you see kids playing the actual gaming consoles like the NES and the Super Nintendo, and they look like zombies. Well, that's what I looked like a second ago. And you have the NES lamp right here with the NES controller. I believe that's how you turn the lamp on. You have to push the controller buttons. It's pretty cool. Got a whole bunch of different NES, like different things over here. Have your Super Mario shirt, and once again, we have a little bit of footage of some Game Boys right here. Check that out. We got a whole bunch of different Game Boys. And we got more Nintendo DS consoles. And this is definitely filmed by my wife. Nice, smooth footage right here. Good job. And we have down here, we got the 2DS, the 3DS, 3DS XL Zelda Edition. Got that sparkly, crazy-looking, bedazzled DS down there. That looks crazy. Look at that thing. Got a Pikachu DS in the back. And I see my wife is zooming in on the Pikachu DS. Then we have Mario sliding down to the first floor. And here we have Luigi and Toad once again. And you can see in the bag, I have a Nintendo bag right there. I bought a few little stuffed animals. We got the Pikachu and one of the Animal Crossing characters. And we got the little Nintendo thing right there, that manhole cover looking thing. It's crazy looking. And trying to figure out how to get out of the building. I guess you have to open the door this way. It's a little tough. You can see my wife is still taking pictures of that round emblem on the floor. And right now I'm outside looking at the Nintendo world. You see my wife was stuck in that picture right there for a second. Look at all the different little Nintendo signs from the outside. And this is bonus footage. We went to B&H, so check out these old cameras. Got a Canon from 1963. Got a camera from like the 1950s right there. I have no idea. I'm not an expert at cameras, but I am a huge fan of Panasonic Lumix. So these cameras are incredibly old. Just check this out. This is from many, many years ago. Some of these signs have years on them, like this one right here. Look, that's a camera from like all the way like almost 100 years ago. Like 1926.
I think they have more.
Got another old camera over here.
On display that we didn't even look at.
Now B&H is an awesome store. I love it. Got more old cameras, Polaroid cameras. Check this out. Remember the old Polaroid cameras that was spit the picture out? And this huge camera right here. And now check this out. This was used. It's a 120-pound camera, and it was used to like do 5x6 pictures. And this is B&H Used Department Museum. And check out the lens on that. And we have more cameras in the back right here. Got some nice old Zeiss cameras. Some really, really old stuff that's intriguing. Now, if you're into cameras, you definitely want to stop by B&H because they have tons and tons of camera equipment. Look at the lens on that thing. That is incredible. Got lots of old stuff. That's that huge camera that was used to do 5x6 pictures, which is insane. You can do that nowadays with a little phone, for Christ's sakes. But back then, you had to use that huge camera. Have an old Olympus right there. And this camera right here was used to make viewfinder pictures, which I found to be quite interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. So you can make viewfinders using that camera. And that one as well. And over here we have a very, very expensive camera. I believe that was $20,000 for whatever's in that box right there. So they have some really, really crazy expensive cameras. I mean, look at this. That one's like over $1,000. This is a nice old 1932 camera. And we have an employee known as Mannequin. He's in control of the surveillance over here at B&H. It was nice to meet him. He's also wearing a nice smartwatch right there. And we have a whole bunch of lenses right here for the Panasonic Lumix. And we're going to be checking out the Panasonic Lumix section in a second. And we have a disassembled Panasonic Lumix. Great camera. Takes great pictures and video. I use it mostly for video. And you have a whole bunch of different Panasonic Lumix cameras right here that I wish I could own. And check this thing out. Look at this huge contraption. This is crazy. Look at that. It has a Sennheiser microphone. And we have more incredible Panasonic Lumix cameras I wish I could own. $4,000 for a camera. That's, you know what? It probably takes a great video. Just check this out. This is crazy. That is so cool that they have that on display. That's awesome. If you enjoyed this episode of Memory Lane, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what you think.